welcome to a new episode of Why I Love. Some of you guys said that you wanted me to bring this series back, so here I am. What's that, Cactuar? 1,000 needles. Maybe later. Anyway, indie games are fucking amazing, and I'm here to tell you today why you need to start playing them. Or why it's great that you already do. First off, let's go ahead and define what makes a game indie. Pretty much any game that doesn't have a large developing or publishing company behind it, or a huge expansive budget, is considered an indie game. There are companies like TinyBuild that specialize in developing indie games, but those studios are usually smaller and mostly use crowdfunding to finance their releases. So what makes these smaller indie games so special when compared to the AAA titans? Well, young Padawan, teach you I shall. Sorry, I've been watching way too much Clone Wars. Rex and Cody. First off, indie developers actually give a shit about the game they're creating. I see so many people that only play the newest mainstream games and then bitch about how the newest installments seem lazy, unfinished, or rushed. Sure, this may happen with indie games too, but it's not because the developer didn't give a shit about the game or because they're only interested in the money that it'll incur. If you want games that were made with care, play the games that were made with love and painstaking effort with little promise of monetary gain. Indies. Another reason in the same vein is that indies are often funded and influenced by you, the player. So if you're a narcissist like most of the people on the internet today, this reason is for you. Indies are often crowdfunded, and because of this, the developers actually care about input from the community. Creators are more easily accessible, and there might even be some in-game rewards that you can get that makes your experience with the game even more personal, if you happen to be one of the donors that makes the game possible. You can fund them, get input on them, have contact with the creators, and alpha and beta test them. It's basically like you're a game creator yourself, except for you don't have any skill and you don't have to put in the hard work. Yes! What's not to love? If I haven't sold you yet, indie games are also super cheap. They range anywhere from $1 to $20, and most of them participate in the Steam sales. If you don't have the full $60 to shell out for a digital download of a mainstream game, try out a new indie. You can get 60 shitty ones, or like 4 to 10 really good ones, for the price of one AAA game. Value. The review and recommendation system on Steam is actually pretty good too, so it's not hard to find something you'll like. The next reason might not work on the younger gamers, but if you're like me and you were born in or grew up in the 90s, you probably feel like they don't make games like they used to. You also probably agree with me that while they're amazing these days, graphics just aren't everything. I love indies because they remind me of the games that I played when I was younger. 8 to 16-bit graphics, side-scrollers, 2D adventuring, arcade shooters, platformers, cell shading, all of these things are commonplace in indie games. If you're looking to play a more polished, more inventive version of games you played as a kid, indies are perfect for you. Developers will often even give them a retro feel on purpose for nostalgia. It's great. Another reason that's really important to me is that indie games don't pander as much to the PC standards that AAA games have to adhere to. I love sex, drugs, violence, and rock and roll in video games. And if you watch my vlog channel, you know I hate political correctness and censorship. If you think games like GTA are graphic and shocking, you should check out some of the indie dating sims and Japanese graphic novels out there. You can even play games as a mass murderer with no purpose, killing people because they're partying too loud, and peek into the mind of a psychopath. No, it's not a game about me. I wish. These games simply aren't selling on shelves where kids might shop. And they're not trying to get certain ESRB ratings most of the time so that they can gain a wider audience and sell more copies. So there's more subject matter that's allowed. Kind of like how Mortal Kombat used to be back in the day. And the last reason is there's something for everyone. Whether you're a girly girl that likes casual games, or an extremely competitive seasoned gamer that wants the hardest shit possible, there's a world of games out there that you haven't heard of. And if you want to know what's coming out each month, I recommend you checking out my game release news series, because I don't just cover the mainstreams. And I also have an indie Let's Play series that's happening on Saturdays. It should be fun, worth checking out. And if that's not enough, I have a Losing My Virginity series where I try out games for the first time. Often, they're indies. So you can get my opinion on what's good and a little look into what the game is like in the first 30 minutes. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments what your favorite indies are and why you love indie games. And if you haven't played one yet, I definitely recommend you check them out. Maybe I should do like an indie giveaway every month. Would you guys be interested in that? And I'm sure I'll be posting a list on this channel of my top 10 favorite indie games as soon as I do the one about the hottest girls in games. Like the video and subscribe for my Cactuar. And remember guys, Minecraft started out as an indie. Alright, you can go.